Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. If you remember, at the end of our last class, we were discussing about a particular topic, that the distance of the object from the plane mirror. This is a plane mirror, okay? The mirror that we use in our daily life, okay? In everybody's home, I guess, there is this plane mirror, okay? So the distance of the object from the plane mirror is equal to the distance of the image from the mirror. Okay, that means we have to prove that OM is equal to O prime M. Okay, let me introduce you to the figure first. Okay, in figure, O is an object, MP, this is a mirror. Now what will happen? When we keep an object in front of a mirror, we see an image inside the mirror, right? Whenever we stand in front of a mirror, we see a similar person inside the mirror, right? So at what point the image will be created? We want to find out that point. How we can find it out? Okay. Now, to find that out, we need two incident ray. Always remember, this will help you in the chapter refraction of light also. Okay, whenever you want to find out the image of an object, say this is the object, this is the image. Okay, whenever we stand in front of the mirror, we see the similar person inside, that is our image. Okay, remember, we are the object and that is the image. So how we can find out that at what distance the image will be created? For that, we need two incident ray. We need two incident ray. One incident ray we will consider that is incidenting perpendicularly on the surface of mirror. Okay. Now, if it incidents perpendicularly, it will be reflected back also along the same way. Now, why it will happen? That one, inshallah, we will discuss once we are done with this proof. Okay, I will explain, inshallah, that why our incident ray, which incidents perpendicularly, is reflected back the same way. Okay, why it happens? Inshallah, we will talk about it. For now, let us just accept it. Okay, so this is the incident ray and this is the reflected ray. Now, if I want, I can extend the reflected ray up to infinity, no problem. Another incident ray, as you can see from O, it has incident on the point P. OP is another incident ray, and at this point, if I draw a perpendicular, that will be known as the normal. If you remember, in the last class, we saw this. OP is the incident ray, and on the point P, on the surface of mirror, we draw a perpendicular which is known as normal. So the angle between the normal and the incident ray is known as the angle of incidence, right? So equal to this angle of incident will be created as angle of reflection. So we will get our reflected ray, right? Now, think about this. If I extend this reflected ray and if I extend this second reflected ray, okay, if I keep on increasing them up to infinity, is there any possibility of meeting them anywhere? Because you can see that this is going in this way and this one going in this way. They are moving farther apart as they are going forward. So there is no possibility that they will meet in front of the mirror. Do you understand this point? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Sir, explain again.
Okay, these two rays will never meet. Why they will never meet? See, these two rays are like this. Even if you extend them up to infinity, they will move farther away from each other. They will never meet, right? They will never meet. So in order to make them meet, what we can do? We can extend them backward. So see, this line, I have extended it backward, and this line, this reflected ray, I have extended backward. And both of them now intersecting at the point O prime. So O prime will be the image of O. Did you understand how I got this point O? Clear?
Sir, can you explain again?
Which part?
This part. How image is creating.
Okay. We need two incident ray, and two incident ray will give us two reflected ray. Wherever the reflected ray meet, the image will be found there. This point is clear?
Yes.
Okay, so now we have to check where the reflected ray meet. That is our target, where the reflected rays meet. So we have one incident ray in this way, and the reflected ray is also along the same way, and reflected ray will go along this line. Another incident ray is OP, and PQ is another reflected ray. So this reflected ray will continue to go like this, right? Now think about these two reflected ray. One is MO, you extend it, and PQ, we extend it. Is there any possibility of them, meeting somewhere here? Because they are going away from each other. So if they're going away from each other, they will never meet in front of the mirror, right? But rather they will meet at the back of the mirror. How we can make them meet? We can extend them backward. Okay, if I extend this line backward and this line also I extend backward, then I will find an intersecting point of them. Correct or not? Correct?
Yes.
Okay, so these intersecting point are the intersecting point of the two reflected ray. As I told you, I need to find the intersecting point of the reflected rays. So these two reflected rays intersect at the point O prime. So O prime will be the image of the point object O. Clear? So this is the object and this is the image. Okay. Now we need to prove that the distance from the mirror is equal to the distance of the distance of the object is equal to the distance of the image. Okay. Give me just 1 minute. Okay. So now, okay, we all agreed that O prime is the image. Okay. So what we need to prove? We want to prove that the distance of the object from the mirror is equal to the distance of the image from the mirror. That is OM is equal to O prime M. Okay, this is what we need to prove. How we can prove? See, there are two triangles, OMP and O prime MP. If somehow I can prove that these two triangles are congruent, then what will happen? I can say that OM will be equal to MO prime, because in between congruent triangles, all the sides are equal, right? Okay. So now let us try to prove. We will use the approach ASA theorem. Okay, that means we will try to prove two angles are equal and one side is equal. Okay, angle side angle theorem. So let us try to prove that way. So now I already told you that this is the normal, this is the incident ray. So this will be the angle of incidence, and this is the normal, this is the reflected ray. So the angle between them will be the angle of reflection. Now from the law of reflection, we know that the incident angle will be equal to the reflection rate, right? We know that I will be is equal to R. Now from grade 7, okay, in geometry, you have studied when two lines are parallel, COM and NP, these two lines are parallel, and OP, this is the transversal, or we can say the intersector, right? So when a transversal is drawn between two parallel lines, the angle that is created on the opposite side, see, this is on the left side and this angle is on the right side. The angle that is created on the alternate sides are known as alternate angles, and we know that they are equal to each other. So this is what I have written here. OM is parallel to NP. OM and NP, they are parallel. So this MOP, that is this angle, is equal to OPN. Shh, Papa. Shh. Okay. Yes. Oh, তুমি চুপি চুপি পড়ো, আমি একটু পড়াচ্ছি, okay? আচ্ছা. So this angle and this angle will be equal to each other. Why? Because they are alternate angle. So as this angle is I can write I here because this is also equal to I. Okay. Now think about this line OO prime. This line and NP, this line is parallel. They are parallel to each other. Now O prime PQ, this line is the transversal. So the angle that is created on the same side will be equal to each other because they are corresponding angle. Okay, this is also that you have studied in grade 7 already and applied in so many places in the theorems in grade 8, right? So this is R. So this angle will also be equal to R. Okay. So now as we know, the incident angle and the reflection angle, they are equal to each other. So I can write this angle is equal to this angle, that is MOP is equal to MO prime P, which I have written here. MOP is equal to MO prime P. Okay. So in between these two angle, I have triangle, I have already proved one angle is equal to another one, right? So our target was to prove two angle equal. One angle I have already proved equal. Okay. Now you will see this is what I have written in between triangle OMP and O prime MP, that is those two triangle, one angle equal, another angle that is equal to each other, that is this angle, which is 90 degree. I already said that I have drawn perpendicular, so OMP will be 90 degree, also O prime MP will be 90 degree, right? So two angles equal proved. Now we need to prove one side equal. You can see that MP, this side is common for both the triangle, okay? OMP, this MP is in this triangle, and O prime MP, this side MP is in that triangle also. So it is common between the two triangles, right? So I have written MP is equal to MP, and in bracket you have to write the common side, okay? Acha. So as I have proved true angle and one side equal, I can say that these two triangles are congruent. This triangle and this triangle are congruent to each other. So when two triangles are congruent to each other, we can automatically say that all the three sides and all the three angles are equal to each other, right? So OM is equal to the corresponding side O prime M. Means the distance of the object from the mirror is equal to the distance of the image from the mirror. Okay, this is what we normally experience, right? If we stand very close to the mirror, we see the image inside the mirror that is very close, right? Okay, as we move away from the mirror, we can see that the image is also getting farther away from the mirror. This is what we see, right? So this is why this happens. Okay, the object distance should be equal to the image distance, and this is true for what? Plane mirror. Okay, you might be thinking, sir, there is only plane mirror. No, actually there are other types of mirror. Inshallah we will get to that. Before that, please confirm me that you don't have any doubt here. Do you have any doubt?
No, sir.
If anybody has any doubt, this is the time to ask, because I'm going to move to the next topic.
No, sir, no.
GM,
Yes, sir.
বুঝছো? কিছু বলতেছো না যে?
স্যার বুঝছি, এই জন্য কিছু বলতেছি না স্যার।
বুঝলে তো বলবা যে হ্যাঁ। ওকে, আচ্ছা যাই হোক।
ও
ফাতেমা তো দুইটা আছে, জন্য ফাতেমা রেসপন্স করা, বুঝতে পারছো এটা?
Sir.
Okay, good. Now we are going to discuss about mirrors. Okay, as I said, acha, before I discuss about mirror, I have to explain to you why when a incident ray falls on a mirror perpendicularly, why it is reflected back along the same way. This is what I promised that I will discuss, right? So let us discuss now. Now what is happening here is, let us say this is the normal. Okay, normal means the perpendicular drawn on the mirror. So this is the incident ray. Let us say this angle is 30 degree. Okay, so what will happen? The reflected ray will also create an angle of 30 degree. Now let us say I have decreased this angle. That means this incident ray has got closer to the normal. Now this angle will be shorter. Let us say this has become 20 degree. Now if the incident angle becomes 20 degree, we know that the refracted angle, the refraction angle will also become 20 degree. Now as you can see, the incident angle, as it is getting closer and closer to the normal, the refraction ray is also getting closer and closer to the normal. So when the incident ray will coincident, do you sorry, coincident না, coincide মানে একটা একটার উপরে মানে পড়ে যাওয়া আর কি। যেমন অনেক সময় হয় না যে আমার একটা বার্থডে, আমার ফ্রেন্ডের বার্থডে সেম ডেতে পড়ে গেছে, তো আমরা বলি যে আমাদের বার্থডে কোইনসাইড করছে, ঠিক আছে? তো এই যে অ্যাঙ্গেলটা কমতে কমতে যখন ইনসিডেন্ট রেটা নরমালের উপরে কোইনসাইড করবে, the angle between the incident ray and the normal will be 0 degree, because দোনোটা একই লাইন বরাবর চলে আসছে, তাই না? দেখো 30 থেকে কমতে কমতে 20, 15, 10, 5, then 0, right? So যখন ইনসিডেন্ট অ্যাঙ্গেল 0, রিফ্লেকশন অ্যাঙ্গেলও 0। এখন 0 অ্যাঙ্গেল মানে কি? একই লাইন বরাবর ওরা। তো এখানে কি হবে, ইনসিডেন্ট অ্যাঙ্গেল যত নরমালের কাছে যাবে রিফ্লেকশন রেটটাও ঠিক কি হবে, তত নরমালের দিকে চলে আসবে এবং দুজন একই সাথে দুইটার উপর এসে পড়ে যাবে। তো যখনই এই ইনসিডেন্ট রেটা নরমাল বরাবর এসে পড়ে, রিফ্লেক্টেড রেটাও নরমাল বরাবর থাকে, মানে যে রাস্তায় আসে ঠিক সেই ওয়েতে আবার ওরা ব্যাক চলে যায়। তো তোমরা এখন এটা ইমাজিন করতে পারো যে মানে একটু আগে যে আমি বলছিলাম যে এখানে এই রেটা এইভাবে আসলে ঠিক এই পথে আবার ব্যাক যাবে, এবং সেটা কেন যাবে আমি পরে এক্সপ্লেইন করবো বলছিলাম। তোমরা কি এখন বুঝতে পারছো? নাহিদা, তুমি কিছু বলতেছো না? বুঝতে পারছো?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir, বুঝছি।
ওকে, মহিবুদ্দিন।
জি স্যার বুঝছি স্যার।
Okay, good. Now let us discuss about types of mirror. We know what mirror is, right? So I'm not going to discuss in details about the definition of mirror, okay? A reflecting surface can be considered as a mirror, right? Now, as I was saying, there are several types of mirror. Mainly, there are two types of mirror, okay? One is the plane mirror that we use in our daily life, plane mirror, okay? Another one is a spherical mirror. Spherical mirror. Now, spherical mirror are further divided into two categories. One is convex mirror, another one is concave mirror. Now, plane mirror we all understand, right? The mirror that we use in our daily life. But what about the spherical mirror? What about the convex and concave mirror? To understand this one, we have to imagine a spoon. Let us say my hand is a spoon, right? Okay, we know that spoon has two surfaces, one which seems like a hole, and the outer one, right? We can say this is the inner surface, that is the outer surface. This inner surface is known as the concave surface, okay, and the outer surface is known as the convex surface. Can you imagine, or should I bring a spoon and show you?
No need.
No need,
need,
right?
sir.
Okay, you understand, right? So you can remember it in this way: the side that looks like a cave, okay, is concave surface, and the other surface that is outward is known as convex surface, okay? Acha. So we will actually discuss in details about this in this chapter, convex mirror and concave mirror. Let us see how concave and convex mirror are produced, okay? Let us say we have a sphere like this, okay? Now, if we cut a certain portion from it, I have cut this portion from it and taken it separately. So let me draw it over here. Now, I have two options. One, I can put the silvering. To convert a glass into a mirror, we need to do silvering. So if I do silvering on this surface, that means on the concave surface, what will happen? The outer surface will become a mirror now. So this is a convex mirror. Convex mirror, because the convex side is acting as the mirror, right? You have done the silvering on the concave surface, and the convex surface, that is the outer one, is acting as a mirror. So this is a convex mirror, right? Now let us think about it in this way. Let us say I have cut another portion of it and taken it separately here. And now I have done silvering on the outer surface, that is the convex surface. I have done silvering on the convex surface. So what will happen? The concave surface will now act as mirror, right? So this one, I can say this is a concave mirror. This is a concave mirror. Do you understand which one is concave mirror, which one is convex mirror? I hope it is clear, right? Okay.
Sir, can you explain it again?
What
Only
is
the concave and what concave means, sir? The back part of the spoon.
concave? Means যেটা কেভের মতো গর্তওয়ালা যে সারফেসটা আছে না, গর্তওয়ালা সারফেস, সেটা হচ্ছে কনকেভ, আর বাইরের দিকে যেটা সেটা হচ্ছে কনভেক্স।
Okay, sir.
ঠিক আছে?
বুঝছি।
তো এখানে তুমি
Okay.
কি করছো বলো তো, আমরা এই যে সিলভারিং করছি কোন সারফেসে করছি, কনকেভে নাকি কনভেক্সে?
কনকেভ।
ভেরি গুড, এখানে আমরা কনকেভ সারফেসে সিলভারিং করছি। তো এই কারণে কি হয়েছে, আমরা জানি যে সাইডে সিলভারিং করব তার উল্টা সাইড মিররে কনভার্ট হয়, উল্টা সাইডে আমরা রিফ্লেকশন দেখতে পারবো নিজের। তো কনকেভ সাইডে যেহেতু আমরা সিলভারিং করছি, ডেফিনেটলি কনভেক্স যে সারফেস সেখানে কি হয়েছে, এখন একটা মিরর ক্রিয়েট হয়েছে। তো এই মিরর, এটা যেহেতু কনভেক্স সাইডে রিফ্লেকশন করতেছে, এটা কনভেক্স মিরর। আর এখানে কি আমরা কনভেক্স সাইডে সিলভারিং করতেছি, সো কনকেভ সাইডটা এখন মিররে কনভার্ট হবে, সো দিস ইজ কনকেভ মিরর। Okay?
ওকে স্যার।
Okay. Now, there are few terms that are very important to know for these spherical mirrors, okay? Now, you already saw that we get this spherical mirror from a real sphere, right? From a sphere, we cut it, right? Now, this sphere definitely has a center, right or wrong? We know that a sphere is a spherical object and it will definitely have a center and it will definitely have a radius. So this center is known as C, or we represent it by C, and it is called center of curvature. Center of curvature. This is curve, right? That is why center of curvature. This point is known as center of curvature. And we have the radius of this sphere, right? So it is called radius of curvature. Okay, so we understood what is center of curvature and what is radius of curvature. Radius of curvature is expressed as r. Okay, these are the first two terminologies that we need to understand. After that, we will now focus on this part only. Okay, now let us say I have already cut this part and taken apart. Okay. Okay. Acha, let it be here, okay? No problem. So that it is easy for you to understand. This is the center of curvature, this is radius of curvature, and this part I have cut, okay? So this is my mirror now, okay? This part which I have cut, let us say this is the point A, this is the point A, and this is the point B. This AB part I have cut, okay? So this AB part will be known as linear aperture. Linear aperture, very important for MCQs, okay? So the part which I have cut and I'm going to use that as a mirror, okay? Now which side I will use as mirror, that depends on me. If I do silvering on the concave surface, the convex surface will become a mirror, so that will become a convex mirror, or else I can do the opposite. It's up to me, okay? No problem. So whatever the mirror it is, the part which becomes mirror of a sphere is known as linear aperture, okay? Linear aperture. Okay, I will show you with a video, inshallah. I will explain all this with a video. So let me show that video now itself. Okay, I'm sharing my screen with you, and through that video, inshallah, you'll be able to understand whatever I'm discussing. Okay, everybody can see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you can see that I have downloaded 2 videos. Okay, how much time we have left? Okay, I think we have enough time. So spherical mirror on spherical mirrors, important terms. Okay, here you will see that they are discussing what I already told you. Okay, and maybe some more definitions. Let us have a look, and let me know if you can hear to the audio. Can you hear what he's saying?
No, sir.
No, sir.
You cannot, huh? Acha, okay, no problem. As he's explaining, I will explain it to you, okay? See, here what we have done, we have done silvering on the convex surface, right? So as a result, this concave মানে গর্তওয়ালা যে পার্টটা সেটা আসলে একটা মিররে কনভার্ট হইছে. So as a result, we can say this is a concave mirror. and here we have done the opposite. Concave surface is silvering করা হয়েছে, so convex যে সারফেসটা সেটা একটা মিররে কনভার্ট হয়েছে, so this is convex mirror. Okay, and as you can see, all the spherical surfaces or all the spherical mirrors are actually has been taken from a sphere, right? This is the whole sphere. Okay, this is the part of a sphere. So this mirror is a part of a sphere, and that sphere has a center, so that center is called the center of curvature. He will explain. If anybody faces any doubt, then you may let me know. Okay, I will pause and explain.
Sir, you can give us this video link in WhatsApp now. It will be better
Inshallah,
for
I will
us.
give that. I will give that. I will give that. No problem.
Sir, there is option to share the computer sound in Zoom.
Actually, I was looking for it before the class. Okay, I went through the settings, but I couldn't find. I thought I actually found one setting and turned it on so that you can hear the sounds. But now I see that it didn't work. As you are saying, you are not being able to hear what he's saying. See, I have
Sir.
turned on.
ওখানে আপনার ওখানে একটা গ্রিন কালার ওখানে লেখা আছে না ইউ আর কি বলে ইউ আর স্ক্রিন শেয়ারিং
Green color. Okay, এটা উপরে কার্সর নিলে
হ্যাঁ উপরে ওখানে ভিউ অপশনস বা মোর বা সেটিংস এরকম কিছু নাই
let me check.
মোর ওখানে লেখা থাকে মোর দিলে ওখানে শেয়ার কম্পিউটার সাউন্ড
এই যে
মানে
এখানে
স্ক্রিন
না?
শেয়ার অবস্থায়
এই যে রিমেইনিং মিটিং টাইম এটা এই যে এখানে কি আছে চুজ ভিডিও ফিল্টার ভিডিও সেটিংস
ভিডিওটা মোর বা এরকম
মোর তো এখানে এই যে মোর
গ্রিন কালার বারটাতে
হ্যাঁ জানে স্যার জানে
এই যে
স্যার
এটা তো রিমেইনিং
স্যার ফার্স্টে আপনাকে ওই যে স্ক্রিন শেয়ার বন্ধ করতে হবে তাহলে আসবে
না স্ক্রিন শেয়ার বন্ধ করতে হবে না স্ক্রিন শেয়ারের সময় আমারটা তো এরকম আসছিল লাইক মোরে গেছে
এখানে
ওখানে
কোথায়
লেখা ছিল
তোমরা তো আমার স্ক্রিন দেখতে পাচ্ছ না
হ্যাঁ
তো এই যে আমি
কিন্তু আপনাকে ওটা দেখায় না আপনি যে বারটা ওটা দেখায় না
এই যে দেখো এখানে আমি পাচ্ছি চ্যাট পজ রেকর্ডিং তারপর স্টপ রেকর্ডিং মিটিং ইনফো হাইড ভিডিও প্যানেল শেয়ার কম্পিউটার সাউন্ড এটা
হ্যাঁ হ্যাঁ এটা
ওই থ্রি ওকে তো তাইলে এবার একটু ভিডিওটা প্লে করে আমরা দেখি ওকে
I guess it will work. I don't know.
ইনশাআল্লাহ
Look at the two pictures being shown on the board. What do you
now
see?
you can
Yes,
hear
sir.
শোনা যাচ্ছে
Work.
হ্যাঁ
Spheres have been shown.
oh thank you very much
Now, in case of the first sphere,
ওয়েলকাম
a concave mirror has been depicted, and in case
let us
have
fast forward a
respective
little bit
centers,
because we already
axis
heard.
denoted by the symbol.
Yeah. Now take a
See.
look at the definition that they have written here. This is also actually given in your book. The center of curvature of a mirror is the center of the sphere. You see, I already drew a sphere, right, from which I cut the mirror, of which mirror is a part. Yes, mirror is the part of that sphere, and that sphere has a center. That center is known as center of curvature, and it is denoted by C.
So we learnt about the center of curvature as one of the important terms related to spherical mirrors. Let us find out what some other terms related to spherical mirrors are. Now consider the two spheres once again. Here you find that in case of the first sphere, a concave mirror has been shown, and in case of the second sphere, a convex mirror has been shown. Now we just learnt that C1 and C2 were the centers of curvature for the concave mirror and convex mirror respectively. Now you know that whenever a sphere is taken into consideration, it must always have a radius associated with it. So the radius of the first sphere is marked as R1, and the radius of the second sphere is marked as R2. So do you think the radius R1 and R2 have any importance? Let us find out. The radius of the sphere from which the spherical mirror is formed is known as the radius of curvature of the mirror. In the previous case, we saw that the radius of the first sphere was r1. So we can say that the radius of curvature of the concave mirror was r1. Similarly, the radius of the second sphere was r2. So the radius of curvature of the convex mirror was r2. And as has been given over here, it is represented by the symbol r. So what did we learn about so far? We learnt about center of curvature and the radius of curvature. Let us see if there are any more terms pertaining to spherical mirrors. Now, in these two spheres, you will notice 2 points have been marked out. These 2 points have been shown by P1 in the first sphere and P2 in the second sphere. Do you know what P1 and P2 are called? P1 and P2 are known as the poles. P1 is the pole for the first mirror and P2 is the pole for the second or the convex mirror.
Now this definition you are getting to know new, right? I already discussed about center of curvature and the radius of curvature, but pole P is something new that you are getting to learn. So did you understand which point I can consider as pole, or should I explain?
Middle one, like middle.
Right. We have
Center
cut
of
this portion,
curvature.
right? See, we have cut this portion. So the middle point of this portion we have cut is known as the pole. Okay, pole of the mirror. Clear? Anybody has any doubt?
No.
No,
Okay.
sir.
Someone please kindly take care of the time. Okay, please look at the time. Whenever the video says that we have less than 1 minute, please remind me. Okay.
So what do you think is a pole? How do you think it is related to the concave and convex mirror? Let us find out. Pole can be defined as the midpoint of the surface of a spherical mirror. That is, as we saw in the previous case, P1 was the midpoint of the surface of the concave mirror and P2 was the midpoint of the surface of the convex mirror. And as you can see, it is denoted by the letter P. So we covered center of curvature, radius of curvature and pole. Let us move forward to find out if there are any more terms. In this diagram, you will notice that the pole P1 has been joined with the center of curvature C1. Also in case of the second sphere, the pole P2 has been joined with the center of curvature C2. This joining has been done by a dotted line. So do you think this dotted line has any significance in case of spherical mirrors? Let us find out. So this line that passed through the pole and the center of curvature is known as a principal axis. So for the case of the first sphere,
So didn't you understand what is principal axis? Principal axis is basically a line that passes through two very specific points.
Sir.
Which are those two specific points?
Pole and center of curvature.
Excellent, excellent. Very good. Yes, pole is one point and center of curvature is another point. So when you join these two through a straight line, okay, that line is called principal axis. Yes.
স্যার আমরা কি লাইক এটা কি ইমাজিনারি লাইন বা ড্রয়িং করা বা এখানে আসলেই কিছু লাইন অ্যাড করা হয়?
এটা অবশ্যই ইমাজিনারি লাইন। আমরা যখন ফিগারের মধ্যে দেখাবো তখন এটা দেখাতে পারবো, বাট ইন কেস অফ রিয়েল লাইফ ইউ উইল নট অ্যাকচুয়ালি সি এনি লাইন কামিং আউট অফ দ্য মিরর। ওকে, দিস আর অল ইমাজিনারি লাইনস। ওকে,
ওকে ওকে।
in which we had marked out the concave mirror, the line that joined C1 and P1 was the principal axis for the concave mirror. And in case of the second sphere, where we had marked out the convex mirror, the line that joined C2 and P2 was the principal axis of the convex mirror. So we learned what principal axis is, and we have also covered pole radius of curvature and center of curvature. Now you must be wondering if there are any more terms. Well, yes, there is another term that is very important when it comes to spherical mirrors. Now notice this image once again. Here you will find that in case of the concave mirror, region A, B, this entire region denotes the reflecting surface of the concave mirror. In other words, this is the region.
He is going to talk about the linear aperture, which I already told you, right? Okay. Let
Sir,
us
1 minute left.
fast forward a little bit. Okay. Linear aperture. Okay. See the part in which the part of the sphere which becomes a mirror is called linear aperture. So
Of the mirror.
I think we can end our
It is the
class here.
surface of the mirror.
Okay. So I will give you this video link. So if anybody wants to see it, you can see later. Okay. So you have any questions to ask from the topics that we discussed today?
No.
Okay, Alhamdulillah. So inshallah, we will continue with more terms related to these spherical mirrors in the following classes. Okay. So revise these topics well, take notes, and try to memorize them as well. Okay. If you actually understand